Hey guys, this is Gossip Girl PK and today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look right over here. In honor of Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr is just around the corner, so I thought why not just upload a tutorial. This is the perfect time. While picking the products for today's look, I made it a point to only include the colored products that are easily available in Pakistan, that are affordable or that originate from Pakistan. For my complexion products, as in my base, concealer, primer, those kinds of things, I tend to always prefer something that's a little more high-end. I don't know what's about high-end foundations and concealers. I just really tend to like those. So everyone has their own preference when it comes to complexion products. So I wasn't very particular when I picked those. But other than that, bronzer, blush, highlight, eyeshadows, the glitter on my eyes, the lipstick on my lips, all of these products are easily available in Pakistan, if not originated from Pakistan. So I hope you guys will be able to find these products, and I hope I'm uploading this tutorial in time so you can go out and pick something up that you liked from today's video. So anyways, let's jump right in. It's going to be a voiceover, not a talk through tutorial. I started off a talk through tutorial, but it was just taking way too much time. So then I decided to just let it be a voiceover. But anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. But before we get started, just a polite reminder to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and give this video a thumbs up if you're excited about Eid. Alright, so I've already filled in my brows off camera because I don't think anyone wants to see that. But now I'm gonna start with the eyes first because I am going to be using some glitter. So I don't want to have a lot of fallout after I've applied my face makeup. So for that, I'm using the Luscious Cosmetics eyeshadow base called Angel Eyes. A little of this goes a long way, so you really don't need that much to put on your eyes. After that, I'm gonna set my eye primer using the shade Creme Brulee from Wet n Wild. So today I'm going to be using a lot of the Inglot products, especially the eye products that I'll be using, because I feel like these are really good quality international products that are easily available in Pakistan, and they are not very expensive. Now I don't exactly remember the shade names of each of these eyeshadows because they all come individually, and I have this little customizable palette that holds 10 eyeshadows. I really only have 8. So I have 2 of these slots empty. But anyways, so I'll just write the name of the eyeshadow somewhere here on the screen and basically just let you know which eyeshadow colors I'm using. But because my dress has a little bit of pink going on, I will be using more of these pink shades, and I am planning on using a glitter on my eyes today, which is also from Inglot. But anyways, let's first start with the crease shades. I am going to be picking up a little bit of this shade over here, and I'm just going to put this in my crease. These matte eyeshadows from Inglot are really nice and very buildable as well. They blend in nicely, so if you really tap off the excess and go in with a very small amount, you're gonna get a nice wash of color, and it's gonna be a nice transition or crease color for you. But if you really build that color up, then you can totally add some dimensions and kind of make them work as the outer corner or the crease shades. Okay, after that I am going to take a smaller crease brush and I'm gonna pick this shade up. It's really dark. I'm kind of scared of using this, but we're gonna go with it. So I'm just really tapping off the excess, making sure it's not gonna be a disaster, let's hope. And I'm really going to be very carefully putting this just on the outer corners. With this shade or this kind of shade, you really want to try and keep your brush really low into your crease, so you don't go too far up with this color. And then with no additional product, I'm gonna pick up the brush that I used earlier and just buff those two colors out, making sure there are no harsh lines. Alright, so now I'm gonna take the Morphe E22. This is a lot stiffer and also comes to a really nice point, which is why I think we're gonna have more control with it. I'm picking up this really dark purple because I really want it just on the outer corners, which is why I don't want to use anything that's too fluffy or that's too wide. So that's why I'm very gently just tapping it on my eyes. If I really go hard with the blending, it's gonna be a messy situation. So I'm really going to be very gentle here and just blending it on the outer corners. And now for the fun part, I'm using the Inglot Pure Pigment eyeshadow in the shade 124. It is a nice pinky gold kind of a shade. I really love it. And to really make sure that it's sealed in place, doesn't go anywhere throughout the day, I will be using the Lit Cosmetics glitter base. This is the one that comes in water resistant or waterproof version. So this is really going to lock everything in. And I tried it on the back of my hand. And I really washed it a few times and it didn't even budge. The glitters were intact. It's just the best glitter glue ever. So even if you pray on Eid day, just be sure that your eyeshadow and your glitter is going to be there. It's not going to go anywhere. So I'm just taking my eyeshadow brush. This again is by Inglot. It's the 22T brush. And I'm just picking a little bit of this glitter glue on my brush. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit of this pigment on the same brush. I'm gonna tap off the excess so anything that didn't hold on to that glitter glue can really just go back into the packaging and doesn't fall down on my face. And then I'm just gonna go in and put that on my eyes. Ooh, I love this shade. You can obviously, depending on whatever dress you're wearing, you can obviously go in and buy another pure pigment, or even their body sparkles. There I feel like are the most glittery out of all of their pigments. So you can just go and find whatever works best for you and your dress for Eid day. But I would highly recommend the Inglot glitters and pigments because they are some of the best and they're easily available in Pakistan and they are pretty affordable as well. I mean, they're expensive, but not super duper expensive, if that makes any sense. While it's drying, just make sure that your eyes are in a resting position and you're not really blinking your eyes too much and you're not creating many creases there, because once they're there, they're gonna just lock in. So just make sure that you keep your eyes rested for a few seconds and then it's gonna lock right in and not gonna go anywhere. I don't know why, but this looks way more intense than this right now. I think I picked up a little too much product for that eye. So I'm really going to try and balance both of these out. Alright, so now I'm going to work a little bit more on my outer corners. Again, I'm picking this really dark shade up and I'm going to mix it in with this shade over here, which is also pretty dark, but it does have a little bit of sheen to it. It's not entirely matte, but because it's not really glitter, I don't mind using it in my outer corners as well. I just wanted to make sure I stick to one brand, otherwise I do have a bajillion eyeshadows in my collection that I could be using right now. I just wanted to make sure that for this eye look, I kept it simple and didn't go into a million different eyeshadow palettes, if that makes any sense. And then I'm just going to take some micellar water and clean any fallout before I go in and apply my eyeliner and lashes and all of that. Once the glitter dries down, I'm going to take my Inglot gel eyeliner in number 77 on my Anastasia Beverly Hills number 15 brush. This is one of the best eyeliner brushes ever. It's new to my collection and I'm really obsessed with the way that this applies your eyeliner. So I'm just really going to put my eyeliner on with this. Alright, so I'm done with my eyeliner and it's not neat and it's not equal on both of my eyes, but that's what eyelashes are for. They're gonna hide away my mistakes. So I'm just gonna quickly go off camera and apply my eyelashes, and then I'm gonna come right back to complete my face makeup as well as the rest of my eyes. Alright, so lashes are on now. I'm just gonna do the rest of my face makeup. I'm not gonna do a talk through because that's gonna take forever. I'm just gonna put my face makeup on and I'll just add a voiceover on top of this. I'm starting off by moisturizing my face. I'll write the names of the products that I'm using on the screen as well as list them in the description box below. After that, I'll move on to priming my face. If you want to see my overall foundation and color correction routine, I'll leave the links in the description box below. But for now, we're just gonna mention the products and just move on, because otherwise it would take forever. So just on the outer perimeters of my face, I'm using the Angel Whale Primer by NYX, and then targeting right where I have larger pores, so basically my cheek area as well as my nose, I'll be using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer. After that, I'll move on to color correction. Directly underneath my eyes or right on top of my darkest under eye circles, I'll be using an orange corrector. That will just cancel out the blues and the purples in my dark circles. And then directly below that, where the orange corrector is ending, I'll put some green corrector. This is typically where you would put your powder highlight on. So this is just going to really brighten up the cheek area. I hope you can see that in the video as well. After that, I'll just blend everything in together with my fingers, because the warmth of your fingers really makes it emollient and easy to blend. And after that, I'll move on to my foundation. I'm mixing in two Dior foundations today. It's a pretty expensive combination, but I love the way that these foundations look on my skin. The first one is the Dior Snow Foundation. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this on the back of my hand. Then before I go in with my beauty blender to blend it, I'll just spray my other foundation, because it's a spray foundation. I'll spray my Dior Airflash on my beauty blender, and then I'll just go in and blend both of those foundations together. For my under eye circles, I again like to work with two shades of concealer. First of all, with a darker shade, something that's my shade or one shade darker. I'll just cover my under eye circles, and then right below that, I'll go in with a shade lighter, just to make sure that we're highlighting exactly where we are supposed to highlight and we're not really highlighting the under eye circles. You can definitely use a lighter shade of concealer to highlight other parts of your face, because obviously you don't have dark circles there, so there's nothing to be worried about. So I use just the lighter shade on my forehead, nose, chin, all of those areas. And then we'll move on to my absolute favorite foundation trick in the entire world. It's really effective. Just take your damp beauty blender and wrap it in a piece of dry tissue paper and then just roll and rub it all over your face. This will just make sure that there's no excess foundation sitting on top of your skin. It's really gonna suck all of that up. After that, I'll powder my face. I'm first gonna go in with the Mercier loose translucent powder, and I'm gonna set everywhere where I put any concealer on. So basically under my eyes, nose, forehead, chin, cupid's bow, all of those areas. And then just the outer perimeters of my face, I'm gonna set them with the Viseart seamless powder. And I'm gonna take a velour puff to really roll and rub this into my skin. After that, I'm gonna bring some life and color back into the skin using a bronzer. I'm using the matte bronzer by Beauty UK. It's in the shade number 1. I know it for a fact that you can get it from Pakistan. I got mine from NM Lahore. After that, for my cheeks, I'm gonna go in with the Color Studio Professional Blush in the shade Creme Brulee. I talked about it in my 5 best makeup products to pick up from Pakistan. It's absolutely amazing. These are by Color Studio Professional. You can totally get them from Pakistan. And then for my highlight, I'm gonna use an eyeshadow that I also talked about in my top 5 makeup products to pick up from Pakistan. It's in the shade H23 and this is by Sweet Touch. Makes such a beautiful highlight. You can totally see that on the screen. And it's a very close dupe for one of the shades in the new Hourglass Strobe Lighting palette. So face is basically done. I'm gonna go back to my eyes for a second here. I'm just gonna line my tight line as well as my waterline using the Master Drama Kohl Eye Pencil by Maybelline. After that, I'm gonna smoke out my lower lash line by using the same 2 dark purple shades that I used on my outer corners above. And to blend those out, I'm gonna go in with that really light, nice pinky kind of shade that I used as my transition shade above. And then I'm gonna put on some mascara on my lower lash line. And finally, for the lips, I am using a bajillion different lipstick shades here, but I wanted to demonstrate it because this is something I do so often. I like to customize the lip shades according to the vibe that I'm going for, and that's what I did this day as well. I took the Colourpop lip liner in Bound to just line my lips. After that, I went in with a Dior of London liquid lipstick in this really bright pink shade. And I put it just in the center of my lips, and to blend that out, I'm gonna use a really deep mauve shade from Dior of London liquid lipsticks again. These are my favorite liquid lipsticks from Pakistan. I'm gonna use that mauve shade to really blend the pink one as well. So it's going to really mix in those 2 shades together. And finally, just in the center of my lips, I'm gonna use this matte lipstick from Art Deco. This is just going to make my lips look fuller and poutier. Alright, so that completes today's look. Obviously, Eid is not Eid without some jewelry and some mehndi on the hands. I don't have mehndi on my hands, but I did put on some nice jewelry items and pieces from my jewelry that I really don't get to wear that often living here in China. I'm pretty sure my Eid is not going to be half as happening as yours, but I really wish you well. I wish you and your family have a wonderful, blissful Eid day. And yeah, I just hope you have a good one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.